had a shy bladder situation when I went to join the army. So I was at what they call the M.E.P.S center, where you get processed military entry processing. I don't know. It was the M.E.P.S center. So I was in there, and they had us doing all these things, all these tests and stuff, cognitive tests, like how quick can you do this? Yay. How fast can you put together these puzzles? Are you smart? Basically, it was, are you smart at all? And I basically got kicked out of the M.E.P.S center. Everybody went in, did their tests, and then we went to a hotel that night. And then we went back to the M.E.P.S center, did a whole nother ring of tests before we were to get shipped off to boot camp. And I was about to be in the military. I was about to be in boot camp. But, so they're like, everybody needs to pee in these bottles, right? It's okay if you're dirty. Don't worry about it. A lot of you will be full of alcohol or pot or something, and that's okay. Just go ahead and piss in the bottles, and we're going to have to test everybody's urine and stuff for all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, all right, because we're getting full-on physicals here, and it's like, you know what I mean? They're testing you for everything. Yeah, I seem to be in tip-top shape, except for the fact that when it came time to pee in the cups, I couldn't do it. It was like a line of urinals with no separation between them. And all the guys stood up to them. And for some reason at that moment, every guy in that line seemed like a Viking, like a tall, huge, or like a farmer. You know what I mean? Some big-ass motherfucker. And every one of them stood up, went to the urinal, and just... You know what I mean? And just went over and handed in their thing. And I saw a spot. There's only one spot in the middle, you know. I'm like, shit. So I walk up to it, and I'm like, I gotta pee, man. I drank a bunch of water. I didn't pee, and it's time to pee. And it just silence. Meanwhile, next to me, this guy comes up to the one guy leaves. Guy comes up, and it's just like. And then he goes and hands in his urine. And I'm like, oh, shit, man. Like, why can't I do it? So I'm like, just relax, bro. Just relax. And it's like, twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. And I'm like, oh, no. Twinkle. Stop. So there's like 4 drops in there. And just like a drop hanging on the end of my dick. And I'm like, I'm going to try to get that one in there, too. Meanwhile... I look over, and one of these, like, country hick motherfucking farm boys that's about to go in the military is, like, looking over at me, like, I'm like, oh, shit. I really gotta lay. It turns out the more you push, with shy bladder, the more you push, the less it's gonna happen, so. Now I realize I have to go into, like, a state of zen to do this. And with all these people around me, like, everybody has gone up to the urinal and left, and I am still there, like, oh. And I ended up, like, capping it, and I just couldn't. I ended up just handing it to them and being like, I can't pee. I'll have to do it later. You know? Which maybe was unacceptable to them because I got kicked out of the M.E.P.S center. And, they asked me to leave the floor. They handed me my things, my coat and all that stuff. And they were like, yeah, you're disqualified for entry into the military. Now, it may have been for something else, right? But that's the only thing I messed up on. Can you not get in the military if you have shy bladder? I don't know. But apparently I was good at everything. Except for peeing in front of a bunch of guys. I don't know. A lot of people can just do it. A lot of people can get away with it. But for me, I think it's like literally like for me to pee in any position other than by myself in the bathroom. I need to be in the bathroom over the toilet by myself. If my girlfriend is there, that's doable most of the time. The comfort level of being around a person with my genitalia out is only there around my girlfriend. But usually it's just me, myself. You know what I mean? I have to, or if I'm in the woods with people, I got to go off to the side. Then I can just let loose. And once it gets going, it's good. But with extreme shy bladder, you might just be like, okay, I'm good now. And then like something happens near you and it's just like, and you're like, no, keep peeing, please. No, please keep peeing. And it won't. It's just like, no. No. And then you have to just relax again. Like, oh. It's like a girl trying, it's like a married woman trying to bust a nut. She's got to be like, oh. And then finally it's like, whoa. And then when she makes a really, really, like no matter how beautiful your girl is, she's busted a nut when she makes a really ugly face. I'm just saying, like, it's cute, it's like it's pugly. It's like a cute little pug, you know what I mean? But that she's there when she's no longer like, ooh, ooh, oh, here we go. Oh, I can feel it. I'm gonna. And then she goes, and then that you got her. But until she goes, then you haven't done anything. You know what I mean? You've just basically made this girl into like a better actor. You're just giving her a little screen time. It's just kind of wrong, but it's kind of right. It's kind of wrong, but it's kind of right. That's what a girl said that to me one time. She was like, I was like, man, this is wrong. And she was like, but wrong can be right. And I was just like, oh. I was young. I was like 20. You know what I mean? And it's like a rule that stuck with me for a long time. I was like, oh, wrong can be right, It's like as long as girls agree, it's fine, right? As long as girls agree with things, it's fine. Like female teachers can have sex with underage male students, underage female students. They can do whatever they want. Female teachers can get away with anything. And when they get out of jail, it's not like, we're not like, ew. I mean, they'll probably become insta famous, one of them female teachers that, but whatever. That's because women are like, yeah, we like that. We like getting dirty. Sometimes I think girls are just way sicker, way sicker than guys. I think girls are way sicker than guys. I've just seen evidence of it. And it's like a judging people by your own example thing. Because with them, it's like they think like, oh, well, I think this way. You must think this way. And being a man, you must be worse about it. No, actually, I'm like really chill. Actually, I've had issues in the past with people wanting more from me when I just want to do art. I just want to make music, art, or do what I've been doing recently. One of the reasons I haven't been uploading a lot is because I've been spending a lot of time in the woods in my own secret area. I have it's like a beach. It's like a little private beach, but it's in the middle of the woods, and there's like a creek that runs by, and there's a lot of water, a lot of sun, a lot of rocks, and a nice big ledge where probably 10 years ago I built this elaborate fire pit. And I haven't been back to that spot for a long time. So when I did come back here, like maybe a month ago, I was like, damn, the fire pit's still there. The water never got up that high and never tore it down. So then I fixed the area up, cleared out all of the brush, and like rearranged all the rocks like a fucking weirdo, you know. And I brought Virtue with me, who explicitly said that this is white people shit, and I agree. It probably is. But now, I knew a lot of country folk, you know, a lot of kids out in Dumfries and Woodbridge who were not white, who loved going out to the critch, you know. And my buddy could not say creek for the life of him. I mean, we tried to. He would say critch, right? And we were like, "No, can you say creek?" And he would like, creek. He could not get rid of that chitch in the end, man. He was just like cheeched out over it. We're like, "No, creek, no, like, ch." And he was like, creek. Fucking idiot. I seen you rip a man's jawbone off. I seen you. Some people, they just can't talk. And that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, in a world full of sounds and logic, sometimes talking just gets in the way. You know, in a world full of thoughts and feelings, sometimes talking just ruins everything, right? That's why I like to go out to this little creek. And that's why I like to, because I don't talk. I've been like literally picking up rocks that are like, you know, like this kind of rock here, only this big. And just hefting them over to my spot and building a wall. Why am I building a wall? I don't know. That's people build walls. When they say this is my little area, I want a wall there, and I'm building a wall. And let me put up a little image. Now that's not my wall. That's not the wall I built. This is like some wall in some other place. But this is just an image to show you the kind of wall it is. And I'm not going to put pictures up until it's done. But let me tell you something. My back, my arms, everything is just sore from just days and days of working out in this fucking creek, building this little spot that is only beautiful at night. It's kind of impressive during the day when you see that it's all like how it is, but it's just rocks and it's kind of camouflaged. Like the color, it doesn't stand out because it's the same rocks from the beach. But at night, when you turn on the campfire, everything just becomes apparent and beautiful. Everything just explodes. And when I get finished with it, I'm going to take you guys out there and just... Of course, you know, sneak peeks are available. So, pyrite, but I come across this hill here. You're out in a weird place near the woods. You walk past a person. Your duffel bag rips open and 3 toddlers fall out. Bloody, 3 bloody toddlers.
My body got rid of them types of stuff.
Jungles of people. What am I even talking about? What am I even talking about? Click like. Just do it. Click subscribe. Make a comment. That's what you need to do. Comments for the algorithm. You know what I mean? The more comments, the more it tells people to look at it. That's pretty much the way it works in YouTube. So if nobody says anything, then